G'day, Daniel here, Senior Editor at Live Tech Australia. Today we're taking a look at the HTC HD7, which is a Windows smartphone exclusive to Telstra in Australia. Very nice phone. Let's start off with the design. Now, it's got a beautiful, gorgeous 4.7-inch touchscreen display. All touchscreen, no physical buttons. That means the back button, the home button, and the search button here at the bottom, all touch. No, there's no physical buttons. The bottom, you've got a syncing cable input for the syncing cable, the USB cable. You've got a little microphone here. Headphone input along the left side, you've got absolutely nothing. Top side, you've got a sleep-wake button, turn it on and off. Right side, you've got a volume rocker up and down, and you've got a quick camera button over here. So if we quickly turn on the phone, press the camera button, and boom, we're straight into the camera. We can take pictures, all that good stuff. Very handy. Very handy indeed. Very sleek phone. Around the back over here you can see you've got the 5 megapixel camera. You've got the plate here which you can pretty much just take off to insert your SIM card, and you got access to the battery, all that sort of stuff. Quite interesting here, this is like a media phone. They want you to pretty much use it to consume media, a lot of video as well. So they've actually included a little kickstand which you just flip up here from the camera, and pretty much just like that. Just turn on the phone here, and you can browse your phone. You could go to, I don't know, let's say music or something like that. Browse all your music. Obviously it's meant for video. A lot of apps don't work in landscape, but this does the job. It's very nice, very clever of them. And then when you're done, you just click it back in, and that's it. Done. Now let's talk about the call quality. It wasn't so bad. It was actually quite good. I was quite surprised how well it worked in just everyday situations. It showed no sign of distortion, no drop calls whatsoever. Obviously, this will depend on the carrier that you're on. Now, this phone is, as I said, exclusive to Telstra in Australia, but I was actually using it with an Optus SIM card, and it seemed to be quite good. It seemed to work quite well, and yeah, audio was very good. So let's talk about some of the features, whether they be good or bad, of the phone. Now, one of the annoying things is, and it even took Apple a while to bring this feature along into the iPhone, but there's no copy and paste, which I can't quite. It's very irritating, especially if you're in an email and you have to copy and paste something, put it into a browser, or vice versa, whatever. Very irritating, I must say. That's one thing that really gets on my nerves. No copy and paste. Something so simple like that could be built into the OS isn't there. And I hope to see this feature built into future versions. Maybe, obviously, even Windows Phone, the Mango version of the new Windows OS. Another thing is typing is sometimes incorrect on the phone. This happens with pretty much all phones, though, you got to admit. It's not exclusive to this phone, but usually, if you sometimes bump the wrong key, or it doesn't register as you hitting the, a certain key. It registers it as hitting a different key, which is, can get frustrating, but you learn to live with it. It's not really such a big deal. Another really irritating thing is there's no combined inbox for all your emails. Now, I have, multiple email accounts, obviously my Live Tech Australia email account, my personal email account, and a few others, and I want them to be merged into one. But the annoying thing about this phone is it has separate apps even for the actual emails. You can see on the tiles here that it has separate icons for each inbox. So like I'd have my Gmail, my Live Tech Australia one, all separate tiles, and I have to check each one separately just to see my emails. There's no combined inbox. Kind of a letdown. Now, another thing is the software for this. Now, you'd think this would only be exclusive to Windows PCs, but no, this also syncs with Macs, which is what we are using here. And the software on the Mac, I must say, is excellent. It pretty much mimics iTunes in a bit of a way, which is great because a lot of us are familiar with iTunes, and it syncs very easily. Syncs all the same stuff you pretty much have on your iTunes, and that sort of thing. It also syncs your contacts, so you can pretty much link it up to your Windows Live contacts, and it will pretty much sync up all the contacts there with your Windows Phone. Now, I love the Tile UI. This thing is just I don't know, I just love flicking it and just looking at it. It's a very nice win for Microsoft in a way. You know, they haven't had such luck in the past, but you know, this tiled UI, this interface is very nice. It's one of the things I've always loved about the Windows Phone since I had seen it in the beginning. The App Store, not the best, because obviously there's not many apps out there compared to obviously the Apple App Store or even the Android Marketplace, but this has quite a few apps. Now the good thing I liked about this was that the App Store here has trial versions for apps, so if you don't want to download a complete app, you know, pay for a complete app, they have trial versions. Now this is only on some apps, not all the apps, so you know, don't leave comments saying, oh, it's not true. Like I said, just for some apps have, you know, basic versions. Also, the maps on here. The maps, well, let's say, because it's a Windows phone, so they use Bing Maps, okay? They're not going to use Google Maps, which kind of sucks, because Google Maps is pretty much, you know, the place for maps. You know, Bing isn't the best for maps, and it's definitely not the best on a mobile device such as this. I say stick with Google Maps. It's easy, everybody already knows how to use it, and it just works a lot better than... They're more established, basically. They're more established than than Bing Maps, sorry. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to voice your opinion below in a video response, or even your comments. We'll try and respond to as many as possible. Remember to subscribe and follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/livetechau. And you can follow me on Twitter, Daniel___Elias. All the links will be in the description below, so check them out. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later, and subscribe.